We moved from Fayette County to Florida in 2008 when we were starting the recession. My family was here, so I decided to come back. Well, as a company, we support any 501c3 that we possibly can. We do different things from donating silent auction items to just sponsoring in general. We try to be there. We don't just want to give someone money or donate something. We want to be involved as much as we can.
Sure.
Personally, I've been on several different nonprofit boards, Community Welcome House, which was a domestic violence shelter here, and I was involved in the fundraiser with Judy Alvey at Coweta's Dancing Stars for several years, which brought over $500,000 to the organization over the years.
Welcome to Connections. I'm Glenn Gould, and we have with us today one of my friends, Samantha Brazie, who is the manager?
Sales and Operations Manager.
Sales and Operations Manager for Progressive Heating and Air. And Samantha, we've known each other quite a while, so obviously I know a lot about you, but our friends don't. And so if you would tell everybody a little bit about you, your family, how you came to Coweta, a little about your job here.
Sure. So I manage our sales team at the company. We also operations, just making sure everything kind of has a process and procedure, things like that, like not super fun stuff. But the fun part about it is our marketing, our advertising, and our community involvement. So I'm really, really involved with that. How I came to Coweta, I actually moved from Fayette County to Florida in 2008. When we were starting the recession.
Okay.
Just to take a job after I graduated college. And when I was done with that, my family was here, so I decided to come back. I contacted a bunch of HVAC companies that, because I was in HVAC before, and Greg was really great to create a position for me. And so I just kind of ended up in Coweta County that way.
So I didn't know, as long as I didn't know you were originally from Fayette. Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm originally I was born in California, Navy brat, raised in Wisconsin, ended up in Fayette County, and that's where my 3 of my kids were born.
Oh, okay. And so you a military child, and I think you have children in the military too. Is that right? Thank you for their service. Tell us a little bit about that.
My oldest is 22, and she's married to an Army guy, and they're stationed at Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Yeah.
My second oldest is here locally, kind of finding her way and doing her thing. My third is in the Marines. He joined January 27th, and we're super excited to see him at Christmas time.
There you go.
That's exciting. And then my youngest is still at home. He's a junior in high school.
Wow. So you've got all adult kids, basically.
Close.
Yeah, I had no idea. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned something that I think is really important for people to know about you and about Progressive, and that is community involvement. And I don't think we could do hours. I'm not kidding, folks. We could do hours on the community involvement of this lady and of Progressive Heating and Air. But I know that, for example, and I don't remember the year, was it 2013? When were you Small Business of the Year?
2013.
2013 Small Business of the Year for Coweta County. Mm-hmm. You get that by not only being an excellent company, but also by having a lot of community involvement. So tell us just a little bit about a few of the things that you're involved with.
Well, as a company, we support any 501c3 that we possibly can. We do different things from donating silent auction items to just sponsoring in general. We try to be there. We don't just want to give someone money or donate something. We want to be involved as much as we can.
Sure.
Personally, I've been on several different nonprofit boards, Community Welcome House, which was a domestic violence shelter here, and I was involved in the fundraiser with Judy Alvey at Coweta's Dancing Stars for several years, which brought over $500,000 to the organization over the years. We ended that a few years ago, but right now I sit on the Southeastern Assistance in Healthcare Board to help cancer patients with non-medical needs. I also serve on the Newnan-Coweta Chamber of Commerce Board.
You're in the executive committee on that one.
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you get involved, and that is one of the things that's true. I mean, in the previous COVID months and years, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing people from Progressive out at charity events, and certainly Samantha at a lot of them. Tell me a little bit about what you think is kind of one of the couple of the great things about this company, and kind of what you guys do that maybe is a little different than maybe others that do. Not to say that your competitors aren't great too, but
of course,
everybody's got their strengths. And what would you say a couple of those might be?
One would be we grow our people. We really try to recruit people from local areas and grow them from within. So there's an opportunity for advancement with everyone.
Sure.
And with a growing company, you want to know at least that people are going to try to advance the people that have given their time and talents over the years.
Yeah. How many employees do you guys have?
Close to 30.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And we're expanding. We added plumbing last year. We will be adding other areas as we can, but we don't add employees and add departments just to add them. We want to make sure we have the right people that are the right fit, because our customers are really important to us. So we want to make sure we give them that level of service that they expect.
Now I've seen your trucks out in Serenbe. How far do you guys go?
Well, so we advertise in Fayette and Coweta, and that's kind of our spot. That if we were only going to send people somewhere, that would be it. But we actually go to the other side of Atlanta. We go down to LaGrange, Griffin, places like that. But it's really just kind of referral based at that point. We want to take care of our customers. So if they say they have another house or they have someone that they really need us to take care of, we're going to do that for them. Yeah.
So one of the things that you haven't touched on that I personally know is that you have an ongoing article. I think it's in the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about that. If you haven't found the paper, it's out there. It's a free publication.
It is.
A lot of different places. A great little publication locally.
Yeah. So John Winters is the publisher, and he asked me probably, I guess it's been over a year and a half now, if I would consider writing a column. It originated because I have a fairly public weight loss journey that I struggle with a lot. I have a lot of issues in my family with that and with myself. And so I've kind of been through that. As involved as I've been in the community, people have seen me high, they've seen me low, not super low because I never get super low, but they've seen me kind of all over the place. And so I really try to keep my mental focus on that and try to be as positive as I can, and not... I've worked really hard on not feeling bad about myself. And so I try to pass that, communicate that with other people. So he saw that, and he really wanted me to write something about that and just inspire other people just to keep swimming. Yeah.
Well, and I've read probably every one of them, and you're very inspirational, and you're also real. And, to come out and kind of share your feelings like that. So many people struggle with so many different things. It doesn't have to be, I happen to struggle with weight, and, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be, you've got family issues, or now, my goodness, the level of stress has just been unreal. How have you guys kind of handled, with 30 employees and with so many opportunities? You're out in the public all the time. You're an essential business, and although I guess that's kind of gone away now, but how have you guys worked on the stress level with your employees, or are you doing anything in particular that kind of addresses the new reality of the way we're living?
Well, I think our biggest focus has been communicating with our customers, because it is extremely stressful for our guys that are in houses every day. They could be in 5 houses a day, every day of the week. But just making sure that our customers feel at ease is really important. So the communication on the precautions we're taking, the steps we're making to make things safer and better for them every step of the way is the best thing we can possibly do. Because if they feel at ease and they feel safer, then our guys are not going to have to deal with as much of the stress of going out there. We do take every precaution. We make sure we communicate. There are masks and our booties and all that good stuff to the customers, and just kind of let them know what we're doing.
Well, safe is the new word. So one last thing I wanted to kind of touch on, because once again, there's so many different interesting things that you've done and you've experienced. But you have an MBA, is that right? And it's in marketing, isn't it?
It's in business.
Okay, it's in business. Mm-hmm. And so the reason I thought it was marketing, because you do, everybody goes to Samantha that knows Samantha, hey, what should we do with marketing? But just what was it that made you feel like you needed to go through that level of education? I mean, for somebody who's out there who maybe, especially now, there's a lot of questions. Is it going to help me or not help me? Obviously, it's helped you. What kind of inspired you to do that? Because I think you did it a little later in life, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I actually went for my bachelor's degree when my son, my 16-year-old, that's about to be 17, was just a few months old. And I got that in psychology at Clayton State University. So I really had high hopes for what I could do with that. And as I got through college, I realized that there's not much you can do with a bachelor's degree in psychology. You really have to take it further.
Right.
So you could do basically anything you could do with a general diploma at that point. Or work for a Department of Family and Children's Services, which God bless all of them. They are absolutely essential to every
Thank God
part of
those
life.
people want to do that.
Yes, but I don't think that I could.
Yeah.
So I ended up in HVAC, and as I went through the years, I just wanted to further my knowledge in business.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided that at that point I would go for a master's degree in business. So I did that actually while I was working at this company, and I graduated in 2014.
Yeah.
So it was 8 years ago, right?
Good
6
grief,
years
so
ago.
yeah.
6 years ago, yeah.
Unbelievable, yeah. Well, for people who, and we've talked a lot about business, a little bit about personal life, and got a little bit of a flavor for who you are. But going back to one last thing about business, and that is, if there was a business lesson you could share with somebody, something that you've learned along the way that you think maybe would be impactful to our friends that might be listening, what would it be?
Just do it. Don't be afraid of obstacles. Don't be afraid to fail. It's going to happen. The best thing you can do is just embrace whatever is going on and do your very best to handle it, and understand you're going to learn from everything. And even if you do the best you can and you succeed, if you do the best you can and you fail, either way you'll learn from it and you'll be better as long as you embrace it.
I think that's good for personal life too.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of sums it up. Well, Samantha, thank you for being with us. Obviously, thanks for being a client, but thanks for sharing a little bit about you. If people want to get in touch with you, how would they do that? If they have a plumbing or a heating or air need, what would they do?
Always call our office, Progressive Heating and Air. You can Google us. And then you can also email me. My email address is actually on our website as well, so progressiveac.com.
Super. Well, thanks so much for being with us today. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you on another Connections real soon. Bye now.